Hey, how we doing, guys? Gray here, and today we've got our week 9 battle, I believe this is, of the APA. We are playing these out of order. I played my week 10 about an hour or so ago. We're going up against DyeItTight and his new Britain Rockruff, somebody who doesn't necessarily play in too many draft leagues. You may not have seen him before, but make sure to go check him out. His channel will be linked down in the description below. He makes fantastic content, albeit APA is his only league at the moment, but he's still a fantastic draft league player, so make sure to go check him out. This matchup could be quite interesting. Also, shout out to Ellie, by the way, my girlfriend, for buying me new lighting. I'm probably going to be messing around with it a little bit, but it certainly looks better than the previous lighting, I believe. Let me know. Let me know in the comments below. But yeah, much appreciation for getting me lighting, because my lighting sucked. We're going to get into this. His team is kind of terrifying. Not going to lie, this is a tough matchup against a good player. He does bring the Delmise, and honestly, I didn't bring a whole lot for Delmise, so that's going to be a little bit scary, especially if it's like a Swords Dance variant. If it's Trick Room, that's even worse. It does bring the Hydra, not the Kangaskhan, so my my pony here can kind of do some work against it. What do I want to lead off with? I honestly think that leading Urshi is kind of okay. Brings in the Sylveon, I can go into my Toxtricity and click Boom Burst against that. He might lead to Mudsdale, so do I want to just lead off with Finny? That's possibly a little aggressive. What's my set on this? Let me have a look at my calcs. It's been a little while since I've looked at this team, so I just got to very quickly check to see how much my... Because I'm just realising now like how little I actually have a Mudsdale. So I think I'm just going to lead off with you. with Urshifu. With you. Yeah, just going to lead off Urshifu. He can set up rocks pretty freely, and I don't actually have a way of removing rocks here, so I could also just lead off with Finny. That's a little bit late, I think, but fuck it, we roll with that. Because I think Mudsdale is probably his best lead. He's probably seeing that we don't have a great deal for it. Actually, Urshi may have still been fine, even if he sets up rocks, because I could have pivoted out into Finny. And honestly, a lot of other things are scared out, so yeah, that was perhaps not the best, but... Sploosh. That's the Rotom, so fuck. That's probably the worst case scenario. I'm just going to pivot straight out into my Diggersby. Kind of wishing I had Facade, actually, on my Diggersby. Now I'm looking at it, but actually, no, Willow would have meant that it didn't matter. How much is a Rotom doing to my Diggersby? It's been a while since I built this team, so I just need to double check. Hydro Pump will do it KO. That is mightily unfortunate, but I still really don't have any other kind of switching. It's arguably a very obvious play. And we'll see. He does Volt Switch, okay. He doesn't have a great deal of switch-ins to this thing. I kind of just want to Mega Kick. Knockoff safer though. Let's just go for knockoff. Yeah, that's going to be the horse. Can knock off this thing's item. Does a respectable amount of damage. Can we get any information from that? Defensive Mudsdale, knockoff on 22. We are doing considerably more, so that's probably a Spadef variant. If he is Spadef at +1, just out of interest. +1. Mega Kick's not doing a lot. I'm just going to U-turn and go into my Finny. Yo, that's still doing some decent damage. I kind of expect him to set up rocks. How much is my Toxtricity doing to Spadef, out of interest? Max Spadef. I think this is still going to be like my safer play. I do expect rocks, but at the same time, yeah, I just on the off chance he goes for Goes for a Earthquake there. That would have been incredibly risky. Rotom probably comes in. If Rotom comes in, I can probably just pivot, honestly. I'm going to Calm Mind once. He is going to withdraw. Do you see Delmise, actually? You do see Delmise, fuck. I mean, we'll outspeed this, but we honestly don't do a whole lot. Finny, do a Delmise. It's an offensive one, and I get to +2. It's not doing half, I'm at +1, +1. The issue is the Draining Kiss is doing quite literally no damage. But he is forced to Power Whip. I don't think that really helps me at all. I think I kind of need to just go for, potentially just go for damage. So I just don't do all that much damage to things. If he's not adamant, then Power Whip. Power Whip can also miss. He's going to Power Whip, he's going to hit. And it's not adamant. Or if it is, it's like not hugely invested. Draining Kiss will do a little bit of damage. Do I want to Scold? Actually, Scold does not much less. And I can get the burn, so I think I'm going to go for Scold. He's going to withdraw. And back into Rotom. The burn on this will still be nice. Don't get the burn though. Against a Rotom Wash. Just gonna go back into Diggersby. I don't mind losing my setup at all. The Hydros, that's just a good play, honestly. He tricks. So he's going to pick up my Assault Vest. And we get a Choice Scarf. That's actually not awful for me. Do I want to knock off again? I could just Mega Kick. I mean, a knock off means that it's Superpower. I mean, Mega Kick and that will do the same sort of thing here. Worst case scenario for me. So he goes Delmise. So Knock's probably better. Yeah. So he actually stays in. That is unfortunate. Hydro, no, ball switches. Nice. I didn't necessarily intend to call his bluff, but we get to knock off again. We can go into Mudsdale. Judging off that damage, knockoff should now knock this out. So yeah, he does go into Mudsdale. Yeah, that's still respectable damage. 2 more knockoffs might knock this out. I don't have good switch-ins to this thing. Diggersby actually is pretty decent for me still. Knockoff is doing a lot of work. Finny isn't doing a huge amount, so I will keep this around. He may rest, but the Misty Terrain means he can't rest. Earthquake is pretty free. I am physically defensive, but it's still going to do some good damage. As he is going to withdraw. I want to knock off again, but I was not a map. So I switched out into Diggersby every time. This time I am just going to click Draining Kiss. Discharge is fun. Yeah, I tried to pull this buff. We do live that. And Draining Kiss, I don't think knocks this out, honestly. Not even special attack invested. No, it doesn't even knock it out. Man, I genuinely thought he was going to expect me to switch. That's kind of wild. But, you know, it works out for him, so I can't exactly... What can I say? Finny is still good for the Hydra. The Hydra is kind of a problem, actually. The Hydra does become a bit of a problem if I lose this. At this point, actually, it's already weakened. I should have probably looked at that a bit more beforehand. I don't know. What's like the most expendable mon for me? So, Mudsdale's weakened. I can't realistically heal this thing back up anymore, so... I can't lose this because Draco spam is so free, but at the same time I just don't have a switch in, so... He may go for a Hydro Pump, expect me to... Okay, no, he just goes to Discharge. So you're going to lose our Feeny, and that does kind of suck for Hydra. Playing the long game was... I should have switched again. But we do have Diggersby. Diggersby and U-Turn is free here. That was poor play from my part, because I didn't even think about the Hydra in the back. The Hydra was like still a necessity to keep the Finny for. Unless it is not invested, not Scarf even, because now I've got 2 Scarfers. But I've lost my item, which would have been handy to have against the Hydra on my Diggersby, and I've lost my my Finny. So, all round, poor play on my part. Tried to make a read and it did not pan out well for me at all. What's he got left? Sylveon. Like, honestly, this does the most for me here. He doesn't know if I'm Scarfed or not, so I don't know if he'll go Hydra. Goes down nice. That's very fair, because I do not have a particularly good switch into this anymore. Not I did really to begin with, but... I'm just going to Volt. That does very little damage. We do reveal that we're Life Orb. And now what do I want to die? You should live any one hit, right? I mean, it doesn't appreciate it at all. But it would still live a hit. That's great. That's going to be fine. How much is Sludge Wave doing to this thing? Toxtricity. It's doing considerably more. It should do a KO, in fact, after. So I'm going to U-turn. If he stays in, just makes the read, then fair play. Like, he hasn't shown an item, so he actually could be Colbur. No, he's going to go out to the horse. Horse is nearly going to die to that. It's kind of wild. I can just go into you and then back into the bear. Yeah, I think that's fine. Because U-turn will knock this out. And we're taking the least rock damage, which is like the most critical part. So yeah, I'm just going to U-turn. Protects. I mean, that's fine. Why is he so low on the screen? Why is Mudsdale like half off the screen? I mean, I just click U-turn again. I guess he could have scouted to see what I wanted to go for. If I went for something that was like Mega Kick or Earthquake, then he could have played around it, but he's actually going to switch. Clonk, that is the Sabostealer. It's fine by me. Is it Rocky Helmet? It's not Rocky Helmet. I'm just going to go Toxtricity and click Volt Switch. This could be Wakanberry, I guess. Nope, mind it's lefties. So yeah, Volt Switch is free. Because, like, his Mudsdale doesn't live. So yeah, he can go into Mudsdale if he wants to. Right, that's fine by me. I just click Sludge Wave. Just gonna click Sludge Wave, that should knock this out. We are taking a bit of chip, but it's not the end of the world. Dhelmise comes in. Dhelmise comes in, Dhelmise comes in. I think maybe I just Sludge Wave for the damage. No, I still kind of need this. This is going to be the Hydra. Yeah. I assume that Hydra will knock me out from here. Fairly safe to assume that Hydra will knock me out from here. So this is me then picking a sack. Do I want it to be this? Is my Spectria doing enough for me to warrant that? I mean, Spectria can do stuff, but this can also do things. I'll go with Spectria. I think it's probably more expendable. Just getting Draco, that's fine. Like, we can actually calculate this as specs. That looks like specs. If I had to guess, let me just calc specs, Draco. Actually, no, Draco would have just knocked me out if he was specs, so this is bring me to 35 after rocks, so yeah, it's probably not. We'll see whether or not it's scarfed here. I can just Hex for damage. Is he scarfed? He's not scarfed. Good to know. So I can just go I can go to you and close combat. Close combat into crunch should knock out something. Yeah. Close combat 100% knocks this thing out. Does crunch knock out Dhelmise? Just out of interest. It will do. Do I want to CC or do I want to click Stealth Rock? I think he still wants to preserve this, so I'm going to click Stealth Rock. If he doesn't switch, then shit me. He's at -2 as well. So Stealth Rock is pretty free. Okay, no, he stays in. Never mind. And Dracos. Does this knock me out? It might knock me out. Nah. I'm just going to CC here. I got rocks up, so Crunch should knock out the Dhelmise afterwards. If he goes into his Sylveon, then he starts losing his ways of dealing with my Urshifu. I'm almost at a position where I can just click Wicked Blow with Urshifu. I think rocks were kind of worth it. He is just going to stay in as he's not sharp all this dies. Okay, so Wicked Blow is a little bit more freed up. Kind of wishing I was banded now. If he is like max defensive Sylveon, I would still have to Poison Jab, annoyingly. Like, I still can't lock myself into one move. That's gonna be... yeah, that's gonna be Sylveon. I'm actually still in a pretty good spot. You can also kind of win if I get you in afterwards. How much is Lycan Rock? Like, if he's Calm Mind, that could be a problem. So I think I just want to go hard Diggersby. No. Close Combat does the same as a Cell Rock, so I'm just going to click Close Combat. Take my damage. It's now Poison Jab will 2-hit KO it. Like, its one was still good. That's Rocky Helmet. Okay, good to know. Aegis Hyper Voices. So I do get to click Sludge Wave here. I do get to click Sludge Wave. I could also just Volt Switch, because I think this is too important for him. The Sludge Wave still 2-hit KOs the Delmise. He can absolutely go Celesteela. Like, that's also entirely possible. He can go Celesteela into Delmise, that may be a better play for him. But I can lock myself into knockoff with Diggersby to an extent as well, as long as... okay, he's going to let me have this. Because I guess Delmise comes in, it clicks a button against my team. Yeah, it kind of just clicks a button here. Does my Diggersby die to Delmise? I assume it does. Especially defensive, I know that much, but it's still like it just knocks me out. I think potentially then I just go, I've got 2 minutes, I've got time. If he is specially defensive, Sludge Wave does 2-hit KO this. I guess a guaranteed way of killing Celesteela afterwards, so... yeah, I can just Volt. Probably didn't want to take that extra bit of chip, actually. And I go to Diggersby. He kind of has to Power Whip, which really would make my Sludge Wave being a better play. Have I thrown this end game? Depends if he clicks Earthquake here. Yeah, okay. So now I can just knock off. Can I just knock off, or do I rather just U-turn? I mean, if this lives, then that's the problem. If Celesteela comes in, it's autotomized, then I lose. So yeah, I think U-turning is the better play. Fuck. Okay. That's in range now. That's in range of Sludge Wave. Power Whip probably kills me after I take rocks here, but... Urshifu, Power Whip, do 55 max if he's... Okay, he just Earthquakes again. How much is Wicked Blow doing to Celesteela? If it's an Autotomized set, it's not doing enough. I just absolutely cannot let Celesteela set up. That is effectively how it is. So, if I U-turn, go into Diggersby. Hopefully he then knocks me out. Man, if I had like Thunder Punch on my Diggersby, I think I'd be less concerned about this, but he may not even be set up Celesteela, but the way he's playing it just screams setup. So I'd rather have my Toxtricity in, because that would give me the best chance of knocking it out. I'm 36 with my Toxtricity, is that enough? 36. If I take rocks, that's 12. I should just about have enough health. Just about. And if he is set up, he shouldn't be quicker than me. Okay, I have 17 health. I'm on 11%. So yeah, I will live on 1. I live on 2, never mind. Double the health. And this really just comes down then to whether or not this Full Switch is going to do enough. Which it should do. After rocks, it should do. Actually, we've seen lefties. So yeah, this Full Switch should always kill. And it would be a 1-0 win. Unless he is Spadef. He's not Spadef. Okay. So we did pick up the win. It's a 1-0. It possibly could have been better, but I want to play that endgame in a way that Celesteela couldn't set up. I don't know what its set was. I can only assume that it was some kind of setup, or I honestly I couldn't tell you. But it worried me even if it's leftovers. Autotomize still just kind of beat me at the end. So I didn't want to let him have that position where he could set up an Autotomize. So if those plays at the end made like not a lot of sense, me turning in and out all the time, that's what I was preventing. I don't know his set. But good game to Jay. Make sure to go check him out. His link will be down in the description below. We do move to 7-2, and I think plus 11. So yeah, that's kind of nice. We do, I think, lock in our playoff spot to an extent here. I don't think there's many ways of us dropping out from 7-2. I think we would have to have a massive collapse, and yeah, I don't necessarily see that happening. I hope it doesn't happen. I also I haven't looked at the league table. I can very quickly, actually, I've got it up here. Yeah, so the team in 4 and 5, team in 9th is 4 and 5. So I would have to lose 13 differential swing, or there would have to be a 13 different. Is that right? Yeah, no, 11 differential swing. And also we would have to lose every game. They would have to win every game. So I think we pretty much call it that. We can say we're pretty much locked for playoffs now, which is fantastic. We've taken over this team, and we've been putting in some work. So really happy with how I've been performing. I am surprising myself, to be honest. But enough of my own ego stroking. That sounds weird. Let's just go ahead and end the video. If you did enjoy the battle, please leave a like, subscribe so you don't miss out on future content. And yeah, we face Jesse 504 next week. Make sure to check that one out. Until the next one, have a great day, guys. Peace.